Assalamu alaikum. We read quite often, or many times, on scholars that they should be respected and honored. But we never explain in details who is not a scholar. Now, let us explain scholarship based on إرادة الكونية ديني and إرادة الشرعي ديني. I am a physician. I'm not a scholar. Now, in the hereafter, what is Allah going to hold me responsible is a physician towards him, his right, and the right of my patient, and my honor right. That is the first question. So the second question is, what of Shari'i? Now, when it comes to the question of Iradatul Kawni Dini, I have passed the examination. And definitely, I am not in the category. Can't be blamed that my education has not benefited me. Definitely it has benefited me. I am a pensioner. Okay? So, but what of the other side, Shari'i? Now, it is on the second side, Shari'i, that a certain group of Muslims pay attention on without further dissecting it, analyzing it, filtrating it, and separating froth and what is beneficial. Now, when it comes to the second, definitely I don't think we are safe in the hereafter. I don't know actually how many will be saved. Now, how many of us, 2 billion, have ever read Ihya Ulumuddin, Volume 1? I have the 1989 edition. That is coming to how many years? Almost 40 years. So I have read it carefully. Now, if whoever calls himself by his own definition a scholar, now what does he regards me? Ever read Ihya Ulumuddin? So, all what I'm saying is that this book is very, very important. He described what education is, what knowledge is, and then he also describes the real scholars, and my interest is on the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I'm sorry to say that there is none. There is no real scholar because of his bid'ah, compromising the right of Allah on Allah, the right of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on Rasulullah, and his own right as an alim. So I challenge all the 2 billion Muslim scholars or Muslim population. We have to be very careful and account what will happen to individuals in the hereafter. Now, on page 86, Al-Ghazali wrote, وَقَدْ وَصَفَ اللَّهُ الْعُلَمَاءُ السُّوءُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his capacity, honor, rank, power, everything. He described ulama al-su, those who actually have dived themselves in ostentations and debauchery. بأكل الدنيا, they only love the fleeting world. What are our characteristics? They love the fleeting world. But on what? It's not on me qualifying as an epidemiologist and working seriously benefit of the patient, and all these patients are poor. يأكل الدنيا بالعلم. They just sell themselves. They know they don't act upon it. And they tell me from what is happening in the two haramains, any scholar there acting on the injunctions how to observe obligatory prayer. Not one of them. And we have that record. When there were 4 stations in Kaaba, each mazhaba conducting its own prayer, then stopped by Abdul Aziz. Why can't his great grandchildren establish the Sunnah? Probably it will never happen, because there will never be a black monarch in Saudi Arabia. Now those ulama al-akhirah bil khushu' wa zuhud, now then they said, a poet, وَرَائِي شَاتٍ يَهْمَ الذِّئْبُ عَنْهَا. A shepherd actually fights protects and shield his animals against carnivorous animals, lion and so on and so forth, hyena and so on. فكيف إذا رأت لها ذئاب, then what will happen if actually the shepherd is also a carnivorous animal? So there is no security, there is no safety. So if there is any index, like as I train as a doctor general, then epidemiologist, then what are these characteristics of our ulamas right across region and the color? So I don't think actually we are real. Now, most of our scholars are alimul lisan, jahil qalb wal amal. They don't know anything, truly speaking. I challenge. Let us see how the manner, in which mosque in the whole 57 nations, I don't know how many. They said in Cairo there are over 1,000 mosques. That was the time I used to go there, but not a single one observe obligatory prayers according to the Sunnah. So what are these people telling us? They are just fooling you, frightening you, So I can't be frightened, because my profession entails telling the truth all the time. So let us discuss who are our scholars today, but not keep them quiet. Anybody who knows is not a scholar. If he says this is right, he is an enemy. Assalamu alaikum.